Welcome back, dear students. In this video, we will discuss the next part of the D and F block elements. Let us start today's session with respect to density of transition metals. So when you consider density of transition metals, when you compare them, density of the transition metals are going to be compared with respect to alkali metals. When you compare that with the alkali metals, what will be the changes we have to see here? See, do listen to me very carefully. Transition metals have high density than that of the alkali metals. Alkali metals have low density. Why? Transition metals size is generally big. Why does the transition metals this one size is very big? Can we consider alkali metals hydrogen, helium, lithium, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium and so on? They will be having only ns1 configuration, that is participation of only one electron is there in case of alkali metals. But you consider in the transition metals, all n-1 d electrons as well as ns electrons are taking part in the bonding purposes. That means here there is lot of interatomic attractions are there. Once we have interatomic attractions here, bond will be very strong than that of the alkali metals. Transition metals have very small size. Can you remember in the periodic classification we discussed, across the period if you move, size of atom, that is atomic size, is going to be decreased. That means smaller the size, higher will be the effective nuclear charge. These things we have discussed a lot many times. So transition metals have very small size. Due to small size, stronger metallic character is also there, that is higher metallic character. Smaller the size, higher the metallic character, they will show high density. They will show high density than that of alkali metals. Alkali metals are considered to be bigger in size when we compare alkali metals with respect to D block elements or transition elements. Transition elements will be coming after the alkali metals. So when we start moving from left to right, what will happen? Size is going to be decreased. So that is also considered as one of the reason for transition metals will have high density than that of the alkali metals. This question have been asked many a times, and it can be asked for forthcoming exams also, including board exam as well competitive exam. So here we discuss regarding electropositivity. Transition elements will show less electropositive nature than that of the alkali metals. Again the same, the interconnected question. The smaller the size of the transition elements, we will be having Z effective, that is effective nuclear charge. Size decreases, hold of the nucleus towards the electrons increases, that is greater the Z effective nuclear charge increases. Once the effective nuclear charge increasing, there will be a strong hold of nucleus on the electrons of the outer shell as well as inner shell. Definitely higher ionization energy must be provided to remove the electron from the outer shell. The reason why transition elements are showing less electropositive, they doesn't want any electron to be added in that one, so they show less electropositive nature. Okay, so now one more most important point here I am going to explain you with a very nice manner, and the question can be asked you in the exam, board examination as well in competitive examination. Listen to me very carefully. So the second ionization enthalpy of copper and chromium is more. Why? Second ionization enthalpy of copper and chromium is more. Why? In order to explain this question, a direct question can be asked you. But the thing is, in order to explain this in detail, you're supposed to know the electronic configuration of these atoms or of these elements. So when you consider copper, the atomic number 29, configuration will be 3d10 4s1. So it is here we have to mention the argon 18 3d10 4s1, but in general by representing we will be considering only these 3d and 4s. Okay, so now what they are asking here, in order to remove the outermost electron, just see, it is copper. Okay, this is copper. Second ionization enthalpy of copper and chromium is more. Why they are asking? So if you consider, this is nucleus. Okay, this is in penultimate shell, this is outer shell. What is penultimate shell? Very next shell than the valence shell. This is valence shell, outer one is called as valence shell. Very next to outer one, inside ಇದು ಹೊರಗಿಂದ ಏನೈತಲ್ಲ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಹೊರಗಿಂದ ಇದು ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೆಲ್, ಹೊರಗಿಂದ್ರ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ ವೆರಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಔಟರ್ ಶೆಲ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪೆನಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಶೆಲ್. ಪೆನಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಒಳಗಿರುವಂಥ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನನ್ನು ಈಗ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗೈತಿ. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಪರ್ ಏನೈತಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ 3d10 4s1. ನಾವು 3d10 4s1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಔಟರ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಇದು 4s1 ಔಟರ್ ಶೆಲ್. ಇದ್ರೊಳಗಿಂದ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ? ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನನ್ನು ನಾವು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಬಂತಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 3d10. 3d10 ಈಸ್ ಸೆಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕಾಪರ್. ಕಾಪರಿಂದು 3d10 ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಐತಲ್ಲ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್, ಹೈಯರ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್, ವೆರಿ ಹೈಯರ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಟು ರಿಮೂವ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. ಯಾವುದೇ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನನ್ನು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಸೊ it will be showing high stability. It requires more energy to remove the electron from this configuration than the normal. ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿನೇ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಬಟ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ಗಿಂತನೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತೈತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ Cu+ ಅನ್ನೊಳಗೆ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ 3d10 ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕಾಪರ್. ಚೆಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ chromium. Chromium also has got configuration for atomic number 24. It is 3d5 4s1. So I have arranged the electrons here. So 3d5 4s1 configuration ಒಳಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಯನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ? ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಯನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕಿಂಗ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಯನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಆರ್ ಅಯನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಎಂಥಾಲ್ಪಿ. We want to remove one of the electron from 3d5. In order to remove the electron from 3d5, we see here chromium 1 2 3, it is exactly half filled. Do remember students, do remember the most stable configuration are completely filled and exactly half filled. Exactly half filled configuration as well as completely filled configuration are referred to be more as well most stable for any elements. So here it is exactly half filled. ಇದರೊಳಗಿಂದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಈಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಟು ರಿಮೂವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ದಿಸ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಯು? ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಈಗ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಅವರು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಉಂಗುರ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ ಕೈಯೊಳಗೆ, ಅದು ನೀರೊಳಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದು ಬಿಡ್ತೈತಿ. ನೀರೊಳಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದಂಥ ಉಂಗುರನ ಅವ್ರು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತೈತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಪೂಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದಂಥ ಉಂಗುರ ತೆಗಿಯೋದು ಭಾಳ ಈಸಿ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅದು ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೈತೆ ಅವು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಿ ತೊಗೊಂಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕೇ, ಬಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಬರೋದು ಏನೈತಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಸಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ಅದರ್. ಈಗ ಎರಡನೇದು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ? If you have lost your ring, that is finger ring, gold ring in pond ಒಳಗೆ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಕೆರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಕೆರೆಗಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದಾಗ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀರಿ. ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಪೂಲ್ನೊಳಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದಂಥ ರಿಂಗ್ ತೆಗಿಯೋದು ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಸಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ಪಾಂಡ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದಂಥದನ್ನು ಮತ್ತದಲ್ಲೇ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಒಳಗದ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಮಣ್ಣು ಗಿಣ್ಣು ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಮಡ್ಡಿ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಾಲು ಸಿಕ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಇದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಅದೇ ಥರ ನೀವು ಸಮುದ್ರದೊಳಗೆ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಸಮುದ್ರದೊಳಗೆ ಬೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಬೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ದು ರಿಂಗ್ ಕಳೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೈತಿ. ಅವಾಗ ತೊಗೊಂಬರೋದು ಈಸಿನಾ? ನೋ, ನಾಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಈಸಿ, ಹೈಲಿ ರಿಸ್ಕಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್. ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ಹೊರಗಿಂದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನನ್ನು ತೆಗೆಯೋದು ಭಾಳ ಈಸಿ, ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನನ್ನು ತೆಗೆಯೋದು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಹೈಲಿ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್. ವಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ lot of energy to remove this stable configuration electron. That is it. Understood? Okay, now check out here. These transition elements, that is d block elements, what we have considered will be showing a variable oxidation state. If we consider from scandium, it will be showing +2, then +2 and +3. If you go like this, that is scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, okay, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc and so on. If you write here, what will happen? They will show us a maximum, that is different types of oxidation states are seen here. This type of oxidation is seen is mainly because of involvement of n-1 d electrons as well as ns electron. You note it. This is said to be Ns. Okay, the inner side what we have, it is said to be n minus 1d. The energy gap is very less. Actually outer shell electrons ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವೆ. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾವೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಪಸಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ n-1d electrons as well as ns electrons, we will be seeing variable oxidation states in the transition elements. Now in 3D series, this is one of the questions. See here, copper exhibit +1 oxidation state frequently. In 3D series, copper exhibits +1 oxidation state frequently. So what is the atomic number for copper here? Can we see? Atomic number, it is 29. In 29, it is said to be like this. This is ground state. Electronic configuration I have written here. So 10 electrons are there. This is 1 electron present. Okay, so if you consider the same copper in the excited state, what will happen here? In the excited state, this electron is lost. In excited state, once it lost one electron, it will be considered as most stable configuration. Copper will turn to most stable configuration. ಯಾರೇ ಆಗಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿಯಾಗಿ ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಾಪರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದು, ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನನ್ನು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ to lose. So in 3D series, copper almost time loses one electron and it will become most stable, most happy in all the time, that is in +1 oxidation state. This was the reason. When it loses one electron, it will become most stable in its oxidation state. Next you can see here, 3D series exhibit +2 as ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿರಿ 3D ಸೀರೀಸ್ ನೀವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ರೈಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ 3D ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿರಿ. ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಯಮ್, ಟಿಟಾನಿಯಮ್, vanadium, chromium, Mn. Then what I have? Iron, nickel, copper, zinc. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ ಇದನ್ನು. ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಯಮ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ನಂಬರ್ 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, ಓಕೆ, 27 ಕೋಬಾಲ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೋ ಆನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. 30 is zinc. Listen to me very properly. Scandium I have 3d1 4s2, agree? Then I have 3d2 4s2. Then I have 3d3 4s2. Chromium I have 3d5 4s1, exception idu bitbidri. Then 3d what I have here, 6 electrons. This is 4s2, 7 it must be 3d5, then it will become 7. Okay, likewise it goes. So once we have started here the electronic configuration from scandium, it is showing us almost 4s2 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 for all except some exceptions. So it is very easy to remove these outer electrons. ಔಟರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸನ್ನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿನೇ ನಾವೇನು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸನ್ನು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು 3D ಸೀರೀಸನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ +2 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆನೂ 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಅದಾವಿಲ್ಲ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಒಳಗಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನನ್ನು ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಆನ್ ರಿಮೂವಿಂಗ್, ಇಟ್ ಶೋಸ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಈಸ್ +2 ಫಾರ್ 3D series. Remember question can be asked based on this one. +2 oxidation state is most common for 3D series. So due to loss of 4s electrons, we have here 4s electrons. All the 4s electrons can be easily taken away, can be easily removed away. That is the reason why all the 3D series will be exhibiting +2 oxidation state as the common oxidation state. So this is also considered to be most important and most frequently asked question. See here, I am explaining these in the form of question so that you shouldn't get bored, and the things must be almost they have to go inside your mind and they should be retained there for a longer time. So I made this trick here. So Mn from 3D series shows a maximum oxidation state. Mn, which is coming at the middle, that is 25, is the atomic number. So it will be showing a maximum oxidation state. Mn is the only which shows maximum oxidation state than all the elements of D block. I repeat my word. Mn is the only element which shows the maximum oxidation state than all the other elements of 3D series as well as others also. Why it is so? See here. I have written 25. So 25 is the atomic number. What is the configuration? It is 3d5 4s2. It is exactly half filled. I have shown even this configuration in the form of blocks. So 3d5 4s2 I have. So here in total, can you see here, these are 5 electrons. These all the 5 electrons can be given for the bonding purposes as well. These 2 electrons also will be given for bonding purposes. It means it will become Mn will become plus 7. Mn will become plus 7 here. ಎಷ್ಟು electron ಹೋಗ್ತಾವೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. All these 7 electrons completely can be donated away. So Mn will shows the maximum oxidation state here. It is ready to lose all the 7 electrons. It is considered to be a Mahadani. ಮಹಾದಾನಿ, ದಾನಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹಾದಾನಿ. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ ಇದು, ತನ್ನ ಕಡೆ ಇದ್ದಂಥ 7 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, +7 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟನ್ನು ಶೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. Mn is the only which is showing maximum oxidation state, that is +7 in 3D series. This question has been asked many a times. You have to remember this one properly.